David Amess.
I apologise to you, Mr Deputy Speaker, for not being present throughout the debate. I was chairing proceedings in Westminster Hall, and of course before then I was with you at the Westminster Dog Show. So the House would wish to congratulate you on your Rottweiler becoming third, on my honourable friend the member for Enfield North being the runner-up, and on my own two rescued pugs, Lily and Botox, on winning Best Pugs in the Show and being presented with a bottle of champagne by Her Worshipful the Mayor of Southend. They are now both sloshed. My record on animal welfare, I would hope, is well established. It's there in the green-binded copies of Hansard, and indeed the Protection Against Cruel Tethering Bill, which became an Act of Parliament, is in my name. In 1991, I spoke on the third reading of the bill that actually, the Act of Parliament, which gives protection to badgers, which was introduced by my friend, the noble Lord Waldegrave. Now, I want to thank Professor Brian May and Lorraine Platt from the Blue Badger campaign for all the advice and assistance which they have been able to give myself and others. I welcome the government's decision to delay the cull. I believe that key alternatives must be considered, such as vaccinations and biosecurity. I think there could be a viable alternative to the cull. But I can say to honourable members on my side of the House and on benches opposite, when I was the MP for Basildon, we had 32 farms in the constituency that I represented then, and I now represent an urban area. So I do have some insight on the difficult situation that farmers face at the moment. But I have a number of concerns about the cull, the number of badgers that might be injured. How is the shooting going to be supervised at night, given that badgers are nocturnal creatures? I'm also very concerned about the balancing act required for this cull to be effective. It has been reported that at least 70% of badgers need to be culled to effectively reduce bovine TB, but culling much more than 70% has the potential to entirely eradicate local badger populations. So I think the balancing of fact is very important. I've listened very carefully to what honourable members have said about vaccinations, but I do think we should take the issue further. DEFRA have wisely invested in research into badger vaccination, and I support what they're trying to do on that matter. And I welcome measures already taken in regard to biosecurity. But I must say, Deputy Speaker, when I spoke in the 1991 debate, I showed some naivety. I said, in celebration, I would be joining the badgers at the bottom of my garden in celebrating the passage of the bill. Well, little did I think that over 20 years later, the badgers must have got together and decided that they would try and tunnel under my own house. Now, whether this is some sort of socialist conspiracy that the house collapses on top of myself, I don't know. But I would say to honourable members that when you represent an urban constituency, as I do, when constituents get badgers in their back gardens, it's an absolute nightmare. Whether they've all got together in Southend West and said, right, the door is open tonight, let's get into the back garden. I've got three specific constituency issues whereby it's taken 2 years in dealing with Natural England, Natural Heritage, DEFRA, to try and get badgers moved. It is a very, very difficult problem when you represent an urban constituency to try and get badgers moved. But in conclusion, Mr Deputy Speaker, I think this has been an excellent debate. I congratulate the Backbench Committee, of which I'm a member, on selecting this debate. I think the government have got a good deal right. They have a policy of action rather than inaction. They're investing £15.5 million over the next 4 years in the crucial Orin vaccine. Biosecurity has been promoted and will continue to be promoted. I urge this House, though, to carefully consider the way forward, to consider how effective the proposed cull would be, and I strongly encourage vaccination as well as the development of better oral vaccination in the future.